Alright guys, so I thought to make this video to explain the 10 trade consistency rule because I've been promoting 10 trade for quite some time, and yesterday something happened which I was not really happy with. Someone took the instant life account, person made profits about 10% like in a week, and the person was denied payout, right? The person was denied payout, and the account was eventually breached because the person breached the consistency rule. So I think it's just time I just clear that consistency rule once and for all, because this is the only rule that I think that can cost you, right? If you don't take note of it. This is like the only tricky rule that Tentrade has, right? So I just want you guys to learn about the Tentrade rule. The consistency rule is designed to prevent people from over leveraging, right? That is the whole goal of the consistency rule. They want you guys to trade with the same risk, you know, the same lot size, averagely the same lot sizes. So it's not like you're taking 0.1 lots today and then tomorrow you're taking 5 lots, right? Or maybe you're scalping with 1 lot today, then tomorrow they're now using 0.1 lots, right? They don't want that kind of aggressive trading. They want you to be trading with a consistent risk approach, right? So now there's a current promo going on. Use the link in the description to get an account, right? The promo is going to ending today, which is the 16th of March as of recording this. So now let's quickly show you guys the promo before I continue. So this is a promo on my Telegram community. So it is actually a promo where you get if you buy a live account, because Tentrade is the only of prop firm or broker that offers instant prop accounts like live accounts without evaluation challenges. If you get the account, right, you would get a free evaluation account. That means if you buy an instant account, let's say you buy a live account of maybe $3,000, right, you're going to get an evaluation challenge of that $3,000 as a bonus. So you're getting 2 accounts. One is the life account which you bought, and then one is the evaluation account. Understand that, right? So if you buy maybe a 10K account of $300, which is a life account, you're going to be getting the evaluation challenge for free, like a bonus, which is worth $96. So you're going to be getting that account, which is worth $96 for free, right? If you buy the life one of $300, right? So the promo does not apply to the 1K account because there's no evaluation on it. So these are the prices, 3K and all of those funds, right? So you guys can see the price is $3,400 and so on and so forth. So the link to get that is in the description. So let's quickly go to the rule so I can explain it for you guys, right? So now let me explain consistency rule. All right, so for the consistency rule, let's begin. The consistency rule, right, has nothing to do with daily profit or profit per position, but with the lot size. So they're not focused on your profit. Whether you make $1,000 in a day, they don't care about it, right? If you swing, maybe you swing and hold, and maybe you hold from you hold through news, and then you make $1,000 in a day, they don't mind, right? So the profit is not a problem, right? You can make as much profit as you want. It doesn't matter, right? So what they focus on is your lot size because they're concerned about lot size. If you hold a trade and news goes the direction, maybe it goes like 200 pips and you make your profit, that's not a problem because you are still using the same, lot size you are using, right? So profit does not matter, right? What matters is your lot size, right? So now the starting lot size is the lot size that is the reference point. That means the first lot size they use is the lot size that they're going to consider while they're doing whatever they're doing, right? Is that first lot size which they will consider, right? Is that first also to be considered, all right? So let me quickly bring in my pen, all right? So using the starting lot size as a reference, traders can reduce lot size on subsequent trades by 50% of the starting lot size, right? That means that you cannot reduce your lot size beyond 50%, right? You can't reduce your lot size beyond 50%, right? I'll explain that. That means let's assume that your first lot size is 1 lot, right? You are not to reduce your lot size more than 0.5, which is half, right? Do you understand that? If you use 2 lots, you're not to reduce your lot size on any trade less than that 1 lot, right? Which is half of it. So now for your increment, you are not to increase your lot size more than times 4, which is 200%. That means if you use 1 lot, right, the maximum you can ever use on that account is what? 4 lots, right? Are you getting the gist now? So once you place your first trade, just look at your lot size, right? That's why it's always good to use a lot size that is consistent to your account. For instance, now if you're using maybe if you're using a 10K account, right? If you're using a 10K account, most times you're using 0.5 lot. If you risk um 0.5%. So most times using 0.5 lot. Like for me, when I do 10K accounts, I usually use 0.5 lots. So that's what most times I use. That means I cannot go below 0.25 and I can't go more than 2 lots. So usually I don't even go more than 2 lots. It's very rare. I don't risk that much. So if you're very good with your risk, you won't even don't even need to be considering all this because you won't breach it. But just for those of you that like to scalp a big lot size, just take note of this. 0.5% is the is half of your lot size is the lowest you can go from the first position lot size, and times 4 is the lowest you can go. I mean, highest you can go. So always make sure that you use one position. Don't use two positions. Like, don't share your lot size. Like some of you guys like to share lot size. You say, okay, 0.5 times 2. Don't do that, right? Make sure that whenever you're taking a trade, your lot size is one single position, right? Just use one single position, right? So you will not breach this rule, right? Just always make sure you're using single positions on your trades to avoid breaching this consistency rule, right? Whenever you take a trade, make sure it's one position to avoid breaching it, right? So now, next thing, let's look at like examples, right? Let's look at examples. So the next examples now. Now consider a 10K account and you hit a 10% profit target, to qualify for accelerated payouts, right? Now, profit was made within 5 million trading days using this. Now look at the lot size. The first lot size you used was what? 0.5, right? Then the next trade you now took, you now use 0.25, which is what half of this, right? That is okay. Next trade you now use now 0.5, that is okay. You now use one lot and then you use it 2.0. So if you notice here, the lowest lot size there was 0.25, which is what half of 0.5, which is okay. If you use 0.24, you have failed it. If you use 0.20, you have failed it, right? But as long as it is not below half and not above times 4, you're okay. So times 4 is 2 lots. So you can see that this is okay. So your lower limit is half of your starting lot size, and your higher limit is the times 4 of your, understand? So this is consistent and you're eligible for a payout. So you can get a payout, right, if you trade this way, right? If you trade this way. So you get a payout if you trade this way. All right. So now let's look at the second example. Now another one, you create a live account which you can buy with the link in the description. You can get a live account without evaluation with the link in the description, right? So now consider a 10K live account, then you start trading it with constant lot size, you use everything, then you made a profit of $500, which is okay, and they want to make a profit, you want to withdraw, right? And then they now notice that your first lot size was 0.5, no problem. Then 0.25, you use 0.25, you use 0.5, you use 1.0, you use any of this, right? Your lowest position was 0.5, which is half, and your highest was 2 lot, which is times 4. That is okay. Remember, you must not go less than half, and must not go more than times 4 of your first lot size. That is it, right? Note that. And always use one position on your trade. Use one position, don't use two positions, right? Some of you guys don't say, okay, let me use 0.1 times 5. You have failed it, so I don't use 0.1 times 5. Use 0.5 at once if you want to make sure that you don't breach the that rule, right? Very important. Now let's look at where you feel it. Now consider lot size. This is the account, and then notice something. Your first position was 2.0 lots. Okay, that means your lower limit is what? 1 lot, right? Which is half, right? So if you divide 2 by half, that is 1, and if you multiply 2 times 4, that is 8. That means your lowest lot size should be 1 lot, and your highest lot size should be 8. So you can trade between 1 lot and 8 lots. Understand that? Remember, 2 lots divided by 2 is what? 1. 2 lot times 4 is what? 8. So that means you can use between 1 lot and 8 lots. But now you now want to start using 0.1 lots. Start using 0.01. Start using 0.05. You have failed it, right? Because the lowest you should have gone is what? 1 lot. And the highest you should have gone is what? 8 lots. So this is inconsistent because you are not consistent, right? You're using different lot sizes. So note that, right? All right. Okay. Now, next rule. Now, consider a live account where you started trading with 0.01 lots, and then, now imagine that you started with 0.01 lots, right, on your account, right? And then you now jump to 2 lots. You can see that 2 lots is more than times 4, right? It's more than times 4, right? So you have failed it, right? So what I'm saying is that your first trade should be with a lot size that you are going to be using often. Like for instance, let me just give you a cheat code. If you're trading with a 10K account, your first lot size should be 0.5 or 0. It should be with between 0.5 to 1 lot. It depends on your risk. If you risk 0.5%, then you should be using 0.5 lots. Yeah, if you used to risk 1% on your trades, then you should be using 1 lot for your, for your first trade, right? I'll give you guys a cheat code now. If you're risking 0. If you're going to be risking um 0.5%, your first lot should be 0.5. If you're risking 1%, should be 1 lot, right? It depends on how you risk and how big your stop loss to be. Like me, on average, my stop loss usually 10 pips. That is just an that is the highest I go. I don't really go more than 10 pips stop loss. So it's usually between my stop loss usually between let's say 4 pips to let's say 15 pips. So I don't usually go more than 15 pips. I don't usually go less than 4 pips. Right. So usually it's high it is. So I usually use 0.5, 0.6, 0.4, just like that. So for 10K account, first position, just use 0.5. If you're risking half percent, right? Before you risking 1%, just use 1 lot. Make sure that you use something like you're going to be using consistently, right? Don't go and open with small lots and then change it. You're going to fail the account. Make sure that you're trading with the rules, right? Now, finally, in summary, the first slide use the reference. Don't use less than 1/2 of it, and don't use more than times 4 of it. Everything said here applies to the evaluation account. That means whatever I said here also applies to evaluation accounts. If you take if you use my link now and get you get that promo, right? The promo, this is a promo. If you use the link to get a promo which I talked about, and you get that free evaluation account, then you are not to use less than half of the first lot size you use and not more than times 4 of it. That is the whole summary of the consistency rule. So if you have any questions, do want to drop it in the comment section. This is just the consistency rule explained with simple examples, right? So remember to use the link in the description to get the promo, which is currently ending today. If you have not gotten it, this is the promo once again. This is it, all right? If you buy a life account, you're going to be getting an evaluation account for free, right? Remember, Tentrade is the only broker that gives instant life account. So instead of taking evaluation challenges which you may not be able to pass, or if you don't have the time, you're not patient to pass it, just get your $300, get your life account, all right? Start making profit from day one. Withdraw, cover for your, if you make like let's say 10% in a month or 8%, you have covered up for this money deposited, right? If you get this 3K life account, right, you can get it. And don't forget, they also have a $1,000 one life account, right? That one is costing $39, right? You can get it as well. So, but this promo does not apply to it. So it only applies to 3K and above, right? So remember, this is very, very important. If you get a life account, $100, right? All you need to do is just make like 5% profit. You have covered up for it. So instead of wasting your time with evaluation challenges where you don't get paid for anything, just simply get the life account, start reading it, and then you're getting your profits. All right. So I wish to see you guys in the next teaching. So have a wonderful day. Don't forget to use my link to get it. The link will be available in the description. Right. So have a wonderful day. Cheers and God bless.